And from that time, training of ministers who are Spirit-filled, baptized in the Holy Spirit, and ministering in power and signs, wonders, and miracles have helped spread the gospel very, very quickly. We are thankful for those pioneers who thought of building Bible schools and who thought of starting missions and ministries for children, and then planting of churches, and then the spread of the Pentecostal gospel in this nation. Thank God for the vision of the Assemblies of God, especially the Filipinos and the American partnering together, who started the work here. They immediately started to train our pastors, who eventually spread all over the Philippines and planted churches. The growth of the Assemblies of God could not have happened without, of course, the Holy Spirit, but the work and the sacrifices of those early pioneers. They have planted deep roots, and those roots are now existing and bearing fruit all over this nation. We thank God for the pastors who have the vision to take this not only in the rural areas, but to take this gospel to the urban places. The Assemblies of God have opened fields in many parts of the sectors of our society. We have entered into the ministry of campus. We have entered into the ministry in urban places and tribal places. And eventually, the gospel brought by the Philippine General Council of the Assemblies of God came to the many big cities in the entire Philippines. Then in the 70s and 80s, we started to engage in sending missionaries. Thank God for the pioneers, missionaries who went to Vietnam, who went to Papua New Guinea, to Hong Kong. These missionaries have paved the way for other missionaries later on, like the missionaries we sent to Cambodia, and then Laos, and Vietnam, and other places in this Asia Pacific. We thank God for the vision to spread this gospel in the neighboring nations. The biggest legacy of the Assemblies of God to the Philippines is one, power ministry. They realized that the Holy Spirit has not abandoned the church, and the Holy Spirit is still in the church, alive and well, and that church should never be done without the power of the Holy Spirit. And the second legacy of the Assemblies of God in the Philippines is our enthusiasm and effective church planting models. Any movement, any group of evangelicals or any group of churches can grow by emphasizing and focusing on planting of churches. I believe that the growth of the church, according to the Great Commission, is not just numbers of converts or people, but it's the territory being covered from Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and the ends of the earth. I like the impact of the Pentecostal message to individual believers. Not only that they experience forgiveness and being born again, but being filled with the power of the Holy Spirit, entering into the supernatural and the miraculous. Christianity in the Philippines can spread by reasoning or logical explanation, but you can see the difference when a person is filled with the Holy Spirit, born again, and begin to share the dynamics of the Holy Spirit to other unbelievers or lost people or sinners, where there is big hope, there is big expectation of the supernatural and the miraculous. What I'm describing to you is unrestrained teamwork and working together so that we can attain this unrestrained growth. Unrestrained is the theme that God has given us in this convention. We have been restrained by many, many things. Money, spiritual restraints, social restraints. But where we are facing the future, we will ask God to give us this strength, this freedom, this financial prosperity, this kind of focus and looking into the mission field with unrestrained mindset. God will help us and make us unstoppable. God bless you, and thank you very much.